Hello and welcome to week 9. So matrices for interior composite restorations are typically mylar strips. They can be clear, they can be blue tinted as in this picture, but ultimately we can see through them, and that also allows the curing light to penetrate through and properly cure the resin. There are also compound supported metal matrices that can be used for class 4 composites. I haven't ever personally used this type of system, but I have seen it. Some people really like this, so it is an option out there. A matrix is not necessary for a class 5 restoration because the contour can be controlled as the composite is being inserted. And then also for both the mylar strips and the compound supported metal matrix, wooden wedges are usually used to hold these strips into place. So overall, class 4 composites are pretty similar to class 3s, but of course the incisal edge is now involved. Class 4 preparations frequently are prepped a little bit differently. They usually have a bevel that is all around the enamel margins. That's just to make sure that the restoration is as secure as possible, because most people are biting into things, pizza crusts, their fingernails or other things with their front incisal edges. So we need to make sure that their restorations are very strong so they hopefully last a long time. Because they are front teeth, shade is very important for these restorations. Most teeth are not just one shade, so we need to take care with picking the right composite shades when we're doing class 4s. Oftentimes, several shades are needed to just help build up that natural look and keep things looking as natural as possible, so it is more aesthetic for the patient. Next, we'll discuss placing a class 4 composite restoration. This is very similar to placing the class 3, except the incisal edge is now involved. So first, we're going to place the matrix and wedge. Again, a mylar strip can be used, a wooden wedge. You can also use silicone stents to help act as a blueprint when placing class 4s. Next, we're going to etch for 15 to 30 seconds, depending on what method you're using to etch. We're going to rinse and dry that etch off, and then prime and bond. If you're using a universal bonding system, steps 2 and 3 could be combined together. Next, we're going to add our composite in layers. Make sure to shape the composite to mimic the anatomy of the adjacent teeth, especially if it's a front tooth. We want to make sure that they're looking pretty identical. Press your finger against the lingual of the mylar strip to act as a base to build your foundation against it. And then the matrix strip should be held closed without movement while the composite is cured with the curing light. Last, we want to check contours to ensure that the restoration is not under contoured. If necessary, you can add more composite at this point. And of course, next, finishing and polishing, but we will again talk about that next week. Again, be sure to check out the materials and resources folder this week so you can view this class 4 composite video.